Okay, we're going to be cleaning this slit adjustment. Here's the part breakdown. In another video we already took it apart. Here I'm just going to show you how to clean it. Here are the parts all lined out. We want to, after we pulled it all out, clean everything with all the old grease. You can use fuel if you need to, depending on how bad it is. Clean your shaft. Be careful not to lose your bearing and your spacers on the end. Put a little rim oil on your bearing. Drop, probably all you need. That's all clean. Go ahead and take this off, your knob off the little shaft. Take your shaft out, clean it. They call this a bearing. Clean the bearing and your knob. Usually there's a lot of crud in between here that gets through the crack, so that's usually dirty. I've already cleaned it once. We re-lube. We'll start with our small shaft assembly. Grease number 9. Something a little bit thicker, but you've got to use what you've got. But this number 9 grease is perfect for. It's just got the right kind of viscosity. It's a little thicker than the number 3. Of course, if all you've got is Seal Glide, yeah, you got to use what you've got. Okay, this is going to go in here like this. There's a little raised edge on this bearing. We're going to put just a little dab of grease on that raised area. Just a little drop. So that when you put the knob back on, it's going to have that little bit of lube on it. Okay, here we go. Got it together. Now we've got to line it up. Get your notch with your hole. You lined up. Or first you can put it on 0, hold those two, line up your notch and your hole. That's going to put it at 0, which is going to be the very bottom. Hold everything. Tighten it up. Smallest Allen wrench on my set, on this kind of set. Tighten it up. It should move freely. Alright, got that. And against a little number 9. Coat the inside wall of our shaft. And right where this shaft is going to be touching here and here, I'm going to put a little bit of grease. You'll see it in here. That's not resting on straight metal. Okay. The pin inside here, I'm going to put a little bit of rim oil on it. Move it up and down. Gently squeeze it with your needle nose. You don't want to scratch the surface of that pin up. Okay, make sure it's moving freely. And push it up out of the way. Put a little grease on your shaft. Really just these these wider areas, because they're the ones that are really going to be resting on the inside. Okay, and then you want to put just a little bit of dab on that tip. That's where these two surfaces are going to join. Okay. Got a little grease here, a little grease there. Going in. Make sure your pin's out of the way. You can push it all the way down if you want and go for it, or you can leave it out. Line up your notch. Line up your hole in your notch. So you're going to know you're going to be on the bottom. This is towards the bottom. Okay. Line up your hole. Turn on side. Screw back in. You do have a little cap here if you needed to deal with that pin or take your rod completely out. You could take that out with a razor blade or pop it out from the inside, but then you'd have to glue it back. But I'm not going to do that. Okay. These things should have a coating of grease on them. If they're really a bit dirty, clean them and put some new number 9 on there. We have a washer. That's called a flange. The right place. Go to the washer. Hold the bottom. Screw it back on. A little bit of tension there. Should have a little bit of tension. Tighten it up. Release your top.